Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're jumping straight into a really fascinating journey of discovery. We're going to explore a story that seamlessly merges centuries-old English heritage with very modern, terroir-driven American winemaking. Specifically, we're unpacking the story behind Lady Aveley Pinot Noir and the rather unexpected region it calls home, Oregon's Rogue Valley. It's essentially a masterclass in how compelling history and stunning geography can come together in a single glass. So, there's this really powerful idea that perfectly captures the whole vibe of this wine. Some treasures are discovered, others are simply overlooked. I love that because it totally nails the mystery and the thrill of finding a truly exceptional hidden wine region. In a world where everyone just kind of flocks to the most famous, heavily marketed names out of sheer habit, sometimes the most remarkable finds are hiding just slightly off the beaten path, just waiting for anyone who actually appreciates real authenticity. Section 1. A heritage across centuries. We're going to start by looking backward, because the name Lady Aveley isn't just some clever marketing gimmick cooked up in a boardroom. It's a genuine, centuries-old legacy. It actually originates in the historic village of Aveley in Essex, England, which is a place so established it was officially recorded way back in the Domesday Book. Like, we're talking 11th century here, when Maud de Tawny, the heiress of the Aveley estate, married the constable of the Tower of London. Fast forward to today, and that exact same aristocratic heritage has been carried all the way across the Atlantic to modern Oregon to inspire the 2023 vintage. It's just this stunning modern expression of ancient heritage. And their guiding philosophy for all of this is incredibly simple, but really profound. Elegance is timeless. This wine is entirely about valuing elegance over excess, right? It's authenticity over fashion and character over convention. It's honestly a beautiful reminder that great stories, much like a meticulously crafted wine, endure across generations. They aren't about chasing the latest fad, they're about capturing something deeply authentic that stands the test of time. Section 2. Rogue Valley Hidden Gem. Look, when most of us think about Oregon Pinot Noir, our brains automatically jump straight to the Willamette Valley. And hey, it is traditionally spotlighted and rightly celebrated all over the world. But if you look further south, you'll find the Rogue Valley. It is an incredibly overlooked, hidden gem with a highly diverse, completely dramatic landscape. And because it isn't the obvious, crowded choice, it yields wines with incredible balance, exceptional character, and the striking individuality that really rewards anyone willing to explore beyond the familiar names. To put this into a physical perspective, we're talking about very specific coordinates: 42.4 degrees north, 123.0 degrees west. These numbers literally ground us in the specific terroir of Southern Oregon. We aren't just talking about a lifestyle concept here, we are talking about a very real, physical place on the map. This patch of earth possesses a unique combination of soil, climate, and topography that literally makes this exact wine possible. And it is so easy to see why this location is absolute magic for winemaking. Tucked perfectly between the Cascade Mountains and the Siskiyou Range, the valley gets these wonderfully warm, sun-drenched days, which are immediately followed by really cool mountain evenings. It's like a giant climatic pendulum. And that extreme shift gives the Rogue Valley one of the longest growing seasons in all of Oregon. That long hang time on the vine is exactly what you need to perfectly ripen the grapes while maintaining their delicate, natural balance and acidity. Section 3. The Art of Craftsmanship. So, moving from the soil to the cellar, how do they actually make it? Well, the winemaking philosophy rests firmly on 4 distinct pillars: sustainable, minimal, indigenous, and elegant. The core belief here is that the finest expressions of Pinot Noir require very little embellishment. The goal is simply to step back and allow the vineyard, the specific vintage, and the singular character of Southern Oregon to speak for themselves, entirely without the winemaker forcing a heavy hand upon the grapes. Focusing on those first 2 pillars, it's all about playing the long game. Out in the vineyard, the absolute priority is the long-term health of the land. Sustainable farming here means a strict, certified focus on soil health, water conservation, and biodiversity. Then, once those grapes actually enter the cellar, there is a total commitment to minimal intervention. Absolutely no shortcuts. No commercial yeast, low sulfur, gentle gravity flow, and a wine that is proudly left unfined and unfiltered to retain its true, unmasked character. And for the final 2 pillars, to truly capture the soul of the site, they rely entirely on indigenous fermentations. Basically, they're trusting the wild, native yeast naturally blowing through the vineyard for slow, complex ferments, which ultimately locks in the unique microbial signature of this exact location. The payoff is an elegant expression designed to favor finesse, texture, and balanced acidity,
with only subtle oak and this gorgeous silky finish. It's intentionally crafted for quiet contemplation rather than just sheer, overwhelming power.
Section 4, Tasting the 2023 Vintage. Now that we understand the history and the craft, let's look at the actual sensory experience. Breaking down the specs, this is a pure 100% Pinot Noir coming in at a beautifully balanced 13.5% ABV. Every single aspect of this production, from the sustainable farming methods to the indigenous fermentation, proves a totally uncompromising commitment to showcasing a genuine sense of place.
But what does that sense of place actually taste like, right? Well, the flavor narrative reveals itself gradually in the glass. It's led right away by these vibrant, immediate aromas of bright red sherry and fresh raspberry, which perfectly captures that sun-drenched character of the Rogue Valley. But it is so beautifully balanced. Those bright fruits are layered with delicate florals and just a hint of subtle earthiness that rounds out the entire profile, leaving a silky finish that lingers way after the first sip.
If you're wanting to actually experience this refined expression of Southern Oregon for yourself, the Lady Aveley Pinot Noir is currently available through select wine retailers and restaurant partners throughout Florida. And a quick heads up for any trade professionals tuning in, you can reach out directly to their distributor, Green Tara Wines, to carry this exceptional wine. Which brings us to our final takeaway for this explainer. The next time you find yourself automatically reaching for that predictable, mainstream bottle out of sheer habit, I really want you to ask yourself, what hidden gems await your discovery? Are you totally overlooking a remarkable treasure that's just waiting to be explored simply because it's slightly off the beaten path? Thank you so much for joining me today, and here's to always seeking out the extraordinary in every glass.